Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is the New Moon Energies reading for the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd. Now, these readings are for the energies in and around the new moon on December 23rd and leading up until the full moon on January 6th. Excuse me. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section of the video. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much. And again, thank you so much. You can also check out the beginning of the month readings that I offer here. You can also check out the middle of the month readings that I offer here. I also offer a full moon reading as well here at Om Oracle Tarot. Excuse me. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message. What are the energies like in and around the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd and leading up until the full moon on January 6th? 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. All right. That's way too many. Don't worry, if they're meant to come out like that, they'll come out again. Thank you. One more card, please. All right. All right. So we have the 10 of Wands in this Pamela Coleman Smith Centennial deck, which I love, by the way. They have extra cards in the deck, and I think there's 4. I've left 2 of them in the deck because I feel like they play an important role in these readings. So we have the 10 of Wands, and here's one of these extra cards. They call this one the Dreamer. Then we have the 4 of Wands, and at the bottom, we have the 9 of Swords. So this full moon, or this new moon, excuse me, and just this cycle of the moons here is going to feel like hard work. We may be feeling like we are carrying a lot of burdens at this time. And really being about our responsibilities here as we head into 2023. It does, though, with the 4 of Wands here. We're bringing these wands, these burdens, these responsibilities home, and it's like these wands can now go to their proper use. We can kind of set them down, and they can go to their proper use here. And then we have the Dreamer card. So we will most likely be receiving messages, spirit messages in our dreams, in our meditations. So do keep a dream journal. I would say even if you didn't get this reading, keep a dream journal as you can look back on it and see the synchronicities. But you're definitely receiving, as we are, receiving a lot of spirit messages from our guides, ancestors, and our spirit team are definitely coming in with a lot of information here. And in part, the way we carry this burden and these messages in our dreams are leading us to these 4 of Wands energy. So there's this feeling of coming home here, and this is a celebratory energy. So this new moon to full moon cycle initially is going to feel kind of heavy in its energy, but it is definitely leading us to this celebratory energy of the Four of Wands, and we're really coming into a lot of harmony here. And there's something about connecting with the community in this kind of celebratory energy. And a lot of the mid-months readings we're talking about, and the beginning of December readings as well, we're talking about the end of the old, beginning of the new, the end of the old chapter, beginning of this new chapter. And I feel like this burden is kind of the last remnants of this old chapter playing out. And this is this new chapter of celebration here. Now, these energies definitely weigh on us. What we're receiving in our dreams may be weighing on us with the Nine of Swords. Definitely this burden is kind of weighing on us. But I do feel like it's a combination, and some of these messages may be a little shocking and may have us waking up in the middle of the night in this like, oh my gosh, type of vibration. But do know this isn't to torture us. This is to help navigate us towards this Four of Wands energy. But in this cycle, and I do feel like this is more towards the beginning of this moon cycle here, that there will be some sleepless nights. There will be some worry, some anxiety. And with this burden, like feeling like the whole universe is kind of weighing down on you. And the reason why I say that is because their quilt has all the astrological signs on it here. So this is a representation of the whole universe, essentially, weighing down on this person. So there is going to be that, but this energy is here to as like a road sign. A warning or a road sign to let us know that it's time to utilize the off-ramp and head towards our Four of Wands here. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what are the energies in and around the new moon on December 23rd and leading up until January 6th. 3 cards, please. Too many. Thank you. One more, please. All right. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and at the bottom we have the Queen of Cups. So this moon cycle is definitely going to require that we have some level of discipline about us with the responsibility here, and also taking a responsibility for the direction of our energy and the path we choose to take. And part of this discipline is listening to the messages that we're receiving and following their direction here, because they are trying to lead us towards this wealth and abundance here. And we have the Knight of Swords here. Excuse me. So there may be something that needs to be communicated here because my voice is having a funny style. So you may need to communicate about these changes you're wanting to make, because essentially this is coming in with some messages indicating that there is some things that might need to be shuffled around in order to reach this Four of Wands. And this is why this Nine of Swords is here. But with the Knight of Swords, we're we're really wanting to move forward with a lot of speed here, but we do have these things kind of weighing on us, and these things are kind of slowing us down here. Following the direction of these messages we'll be receiving will allow us to move forward with the speed and ambition that we are wanting to. We have this incredible drive within us, but part of this energy is the fact that we feel kind of held back here to a certain extent. But we are headed towards this new path here, as we have the Page of Wands here. So we're really headed towards this level of freedom, and this offers a lot of new potentials here in this on this new path of celebration here. There's not a lot of potential or opportunities in this older energy here. So the universe, the spirits, our guides are definitely trying to corral us into this Four of Wands energy here. And at the bottom, we have the Queen of Cups here. So we're definitely, I feel like once we take the direction that we're being given, as soon as we begin to move in that direction on this path here, taking these spiritual messages more seriously, we begin to feel this emotional balance here. Before that, we're feeling a little unbalanced. After that, we're feeling more in the flow. But we're definitely feeling very intuitive here and receiving these intuitive messages. And intuitive messages about whatever situation we're in. Like I said, there might need to be some shuffling of things in your life here, and that is not always pleasant, but intuitively you kind of know that is what's necessary. All right. Please give us 3 cards. What do we need to be mindful of, keep a watchful eye out for? Perhaps we might need to watch our back for, but just things we need to take note of for the new moon on December 23rd and leading up until January 6th. 3 cards, please. Three cards, please. All right. Knight of Discs, Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. We have the Ace of Wands. One more. All right, we'll take them. So we have the Knight of Discs or Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Six of Discs or Pentacles, and then at the bottom we have the Prince of Wands. Interesting. All right. So with the Knight of Pentacles, really watching, and this is kind of an energy assessment is what it's asking us to do. Really pay attention to how hard you're working and where you may be overdoing it a little bit. This is common when we get into a routine of things, that we hit that routine pretty consistently and we hit it pretty hard. And over time, as we get used to it, we start tacking more things onto our routine, which is great for short stints, but it does appear that you may be piling too much on, and to kind of ease back. And this is where this shuffling of things is going to come into play. And we have the Ace of Wands here. So, I mean, there's a lot of growth here. And this is a natural progression here. But do know that when we find ourselves finally in this celebratory energy, is very inspirational. It's like this type of energy just seems like a distant memory, almost like it's not connected to us because we're so deep into this, into that celebratory Four of Wands energy. Then we have the Five of Cups here, and they call this card disappointment. So there's definitely something to be mindful of when we're shuffling things around. We may not want to shuffle some of these things or phase these things out of our life, but the Spirit is really coming in and saying some of these things need to be shuffled and some of these things actually need to be let go of. And so this is where this Nine of Swords energy is coming from, is because there is a disappointment that something didn't work out or you were unable to really take something the all the way. There's something like that tied into this. So there is a little pessimism and perhaps some regret tied into that. And the Spirit is just wanting you to know that that is going to be part of this process. And that's where this Nine of Swords energy is coming from. And then we have the Six of Discs here, Six of Pentacles. So, and they're calling this one success. So we are headed towards success. Now, this also speaks of giving and receiving, generosity, sharing of your resources to a certain extent. So there's things that you have been giving to, and this is part of this shuffle, things that you have been giving to, and it has perhaps left you felt like you're carrying this burden. But it is time to kind of reprioritize where you put your resources here, because something is depleting your energy, our energy. But this giving of your resources needs to be shuffled around so that you can find yourself in this Four of Wands energy. And here at the bottom we have the Prince of Wands here. Excuse me. So we are really wanting to move forward with a lot of speed here. And there's a certain level of timing involved in this. So we really want to approach this with a certain level of maturity, because not doing so would have us in more of this Nine of Swords energy. So we definitely want to kind of watch our fiery spirit at this time and make sure we are making sound decisions at this time. All right. Let me make sure I pressed record. Thank God. All right. Please give us 3 cards for how do we best utilize this energy of the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd. How do we utilize this new moon to our benefit? Hey. All right. All right. So we have the Chariot, the Fool card, the Queen of Chalices is the Queen of Cups. So we got that twice now. And the Temperance card. So this is really talking about, with the Chariot and the Fool, embarking on this new journey, this new path, this new chapter here, and doing so with a lot of confidence here. Now, we already feel quite driven at this time. We're ready to go. But it's about harnessing our willpower in order to overcome these obstacles. And it does appear that the obstacle, one, is our mind, but two, there are some. It's like there's extras here, or there's like when you go to the grocery store and they fill your bag of groceries too full and it's like overflowing out of the top. This is the feeling, is like there's too many bags, or there's too many groceries in the grocery bag. And so it's like this person is kind of fumbling with all of these like wands or extra groceries, metaphorically speaking. And so this shuffle is kind of like I think I need to put some of this back, or perhaps get an extra bag, or maybe I'll come back to the grocery store later for some of these things, or this type of thing. But we collectively are determined to kind of get over this hump, and it is a hump. It is an obstacle here. But we are headed towards success, and we have the Fool card, so there is this new beginning taking place. There is a certain leap of faith necessary here in really taking these messages from the Spirit seriously and actually doing this shuffle of things in our day-to-day life here. But definitely, it's indicating that we are headed towards this celebratory energy of the Four of Wands, and doing so, we find ourselves moving a little bit more spontaneously as we approach the full moon, and we have a little bit more free-spirited energy also. But this is definitely marking this new beginning, this moon here. And with the Queen of Chalices here, we're definitely, I don't know if you can see this, but the way this card is depicted, this person is very overwhelmed with emotion. So we're definitely in our feels over what this has brought to light here. But this is also about using our willpower to overcome these things. A lot of times when we're really in our emotions, we're not taking action towards things. And this is really asking us to find this balance, if we can, and take action towards what the Spirit is trying to indicate to us, so that we can feel more emotionally balanced, emotionally stable, and more in the flow here. Because that's where the Spirit is trying to direct us to. And then we have the Temperance card. So again, with more balance, and really being patient, because we really want to go forward like now. We're tired of waiting. And I kind of feel that across the board. We're tired of waiting for this new beginning. We want it. But the Spirit is asking us to maintain balance, stay patient, and do know that our purpose is on its way towards us. And this is also speaking of connecting with our spirit guides to find more harmony. We may even be seeking and petitioning or praying to the divine, the spirits, whatever your practice is, however you engage with the Spirit, and really asking for help here. Your pleas are definitely being heard, but and there's a message being returned to you. But again, we have to take the steps. We have to do that footwork. And I do apologize for the glare right there. Right there. All right. Please give us 3 cards for how do we best harness this energy of the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd? How do we harness this? Okay. We have the Death card, the Knight of Pentacles again, and the Two of Wands. And at the bottom, we have the Three of Pentacles. So we have the Death card here. So this is really asking us, because we are going through a major change. There's kind of this, there is an ending of this old and the beginning of this new. And there's not a tower up here, but this does kind of seem like there's a certain level of upheaval. Like there should be a mini tower here somewhere. But as we go through this transformation and transition, the Spirit is really asking us to let go of these attachments to these things that we can't actually carry. We really want to. And maybe at a future time we could pick these things up or find a new way to utilize these things. But for right now, it's asking us to let go of these things and really lean into this change here. If we resist this change, we extend this Nine of Swords energy. As soon as we lean into it, this lifts. And the Death card is asking us to lean into the change. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles again. So this is definitely the slowest deck in the the slowest knight in the deck. So again, we feel this drag. This is moving a little slow. And the Spirit is asking us to kind of be where the energy's at. So if things are kind of moving slow, that might be a good time to do some meditating, sit on the couch, kick up your feet, and I don't know, read a book or watch whatever you watch. But because this energy is going to kind of feel slow, and we're going to feel a little antsy because of that. Now that's temporary. And this might also be a good time to do this shadow work. There's definitely a call to us to do some shadow work here. But there is going to be some hard work necessary here. And then we have the Two of Wands. So this is about discovering something about ourselves and really taking these discoveries that we're getting from the Spirit, and again, taking these things seriously. A lot of times when we have a dream, we can always chalk it up to, well, that was just a dream, or I don't understand. But intuitively, we do understand, and we know what the dream is talking about. A lot of times we don't want to face those things as these people are down here hiding, essentially, from the truth. It's like this person intuitively knows that there's people out here. But because it's not clear, this person will probably go back inside and be like, well, there's nobody out there. Meanwhile, these things in the shadow remain. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is asking us to connect with our team or our spiritual group, our coven, our spiritual community, whatever that is for you, wherever you're at with that. Um, but really coming together in some form or fashion in a group for a spiritual kind of purpose here. And definitely be open to learning things. There's going to be a lot that we're going to learn from this new moon to the full moon on the 6th. So definitely be open to learn. And when we learn these things from these messages and our intuition to implement this knowledge, we can get knowledge and not do anything about it. But this has us still carrying the burden and still having this anxious kind of energy here. And here on this card, there is an owl here, and this is an indication that for some of you, you may be utilizing some magical practices and things like this. This person has a telescope and they're looking at the stars. So really paying attention to the moon cycles, the planets and the transits are really going to be important in navigating these things. And this is also asking us during this new moon, even though it's cold, do get out under the new moon energy. And this is also going to be quite beneficial for us. All right. Sorry for the glare again. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is the inner landscape like, what is the inner climate like for the collective on the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd and leading up until the full moon on January 6th. 2 or 3 cards, please. Hmm. 2 or 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right. 1 or 2 more, please. That came out funny. All right, we have the elephant. So honor. It does appear that for the majority of us, we are honoring these messages and taking the proper steps, listening to these things and moving forward. Empathy. So part of this energy for some of us that may have to let go of some connections, some friendships, perhaps a friend group or a relationship. And we know that that may be the right thing to do, but we don't necessarily feel good about it. And this is where the empathy is coming into play. Responsibility again. So we know we have this responsibility to ourselves to do this shuffle here, and cooperation. So again, connecting to your spiritual group in this collaborative type of endeavor. This may be speaking of some level of ritual here. And with the elephant here, the elephants generally represent the removal of obstacles here, and we definitely have some obstacles. But it's like on a jungle trail, if a herd of elephants come running down that trail, anything on the trail is going to scurry out of the way as quick as it can because it can feel this energy coming. And then we have the gecko. So synchronicities. So do pay attention to the synchronicities of the messages you're receiving in your dreams. Again, write these things down, and the synchronicities will become more apparent. Also, we may be with some of our rituals, whatever you're doing on the new moon. There will be some, for a lot of you, some what would appear to be out of place phenomenon or strange phenomenon that have this synchronicity to the way that they're happening, whatever you're doing on the new moon. So also pay close attention to those, as these are kind of glimpses of the way that the spirit moves. And optimism. So again, once we start moving towards this new chapter, we do feel very optimistic, and part of why we're moving forward is because of our truth here. It says truth. So it is our truth that we do need to drop some of this burden. What we're receiving, the truth we're receiving from the Spirit, also becomes our truth. So we are moving forward with authenticity in our aim here. Mobility. So we are in motion to the ocean. We're moving here. Again, taking action on these messages as we receive them. All right. Please give us 3 cards. What would you like to leave everyone with for a final parting message for what are the energies in and around the new moon in Capricorn on December 23rd and leading up until the full moon on January 6th? 3 cards, please. All right. Second Temperance card. 2 more, please. That's way too many. I know. Okay. All right. Don't get mad at me. That's just a lot of cards, man. All right. Okay. So we have the Temperance card again, the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Magician card, the Fool card, and the Ace of Cups. So we have 3 out of the 4 aces out here. So again, maintaining balance here, getting on this path that leads to our purpose, recognizing that there is this new day dawning, there's this new chapter that is being essentially mixed up by the hand of the divine for us. And this is kind of why we have to do this shuffle if we want to step into this. This is asking us to really open our heart, keep our intuition open, and really this energy is asking us to really spread our wings and take flight into this new chapter here. And again, finding balance. It seems like maintaining balance and patience is going to be quite important here. Again, connecting with the spirit guides and in a lot of ways petitioning the divine or the spirit in some form or fashion for assistance here. Then we have the 3 of Cups. So again, with this collaborative type of energy, now this card usually, to me, speaks of a ritual here, as these people are pooling their energies together to in a celebratory kind of way. So this may be a call to do something like that on the new moon. Some level of ritual, even if it is just a small gesture, because the divine does take note of these things. And really, with the Ace of Swords, really moving forward with our truth, and really cutting anything out that doesn't actually fit into our truth as we move forward. Because as we move forward, we're going to have a lot of breakthroughs of success. To go from here, the Ten of Wands, to the Four of Wands is actually quite a breakthrough in energy. To go from the Nine of Swords to the Four of Wands is a pretty big breakthrough. So and just to have this ease of being and be able to take this like nice relaxing deep breath and just this sigh out this is a big step. This is a big breakthrough here. But you're definitely cutting out what is not really serving you, and in fact, what is actually draining you. Then we have the Magician card. So again, with this magic, ritualistic type of energy here. But again, we're very determined moving forward. Again, it is asking us to be patient in our energy, but we're being very resourceful in the way that we shuffle these things around, which I feel like is a saving grace. And after receiving these messages, it does appear most of us are taking inspired action towards or at least taking inspired action with the information that we're receiving from the Spirit, and moving forward with a lot of strength and power. But in a lot of ways, we have manifested this new celebration. We are feeling a little tired at this point. Because it feels like this is something that a lot of us have been trying to manifest, this celebratory Four of Wands. We've been trying to manifest this for a minute now. And then we have the Fool card. So this is this beginning of this journey. This is the beginning of these manifestations starting to come in here. And And initially, we might feel some kind of way about letting these things go, but we quickly come into this innocence of being as we find ourselves under the warmth of the divine, and our spirit guides are really coming in to help help us from falling off this cliff of the Nine of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So this this love and compassion. The dove is dropping the Eucharist into the cup, and the cup runneth over here. And the similarities between these cards is interesting in the symmetry of it and the lines of it. So really, this Four of Wands is speaking about a certain level of divine love and compassion, this type of energy that we will find ourselves in as we move forward. We have the Two of Cups at the bottom, so there is a certain element of attraction in the air for some of us, and partnership. So if you are seeking out a partner in that way, or you feel smitten to one degree or another, the Spirit is saying the energy is good for this, provided we can get over these humps here in the road. So there may be romance on the table for some of you. Then we have the Four of Swords here. So this is highlighting the importance of meditation, recouping your energy, because your energy is kind of draining out. It's like you have a hole in the fuel line here, and you're running out of gas pretty quick. So meditation, like I said earlier, kicking your feet up, Also contemplate when you receive these messages, really contemplate the meaning of these. I feel like that can't be over highlighted enough, is really contemplate to figure out just what is being said here. And here we have the fourth ace here. So we have all the aces out here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So again, we are headed towards this abundance that we have manifested, and the divine is coming in and giving us something. Part of this may be these messages here. I feel like it's a little something different. We're receiving something that is going to help us walk through this garden gate into this new terrain here. And I feel like this garden gate is this stupa, or this archway of the Four of Wands here. So we're receiving something that is going to help us get over these burdens and step into this new here. Here we have the Knight of Cups. So we are moving forward. This is also asking us in this shuffle here, we may have to be quite creative. And it's also asking us to utilize our compassion and our love as we do this shuffle. We don't want to haphazardly just throw everything out the window, of course. We definitely want to do this with some skill here. But it does appear that we are moving forward with a lot of beauty and grace into this energy here. And here, I just saw it was underneath it, so I have to take it. So we have the King of Cups here. So with this shuffle, this is asking us to really be diplomatic in the way that we handle this. Being diplomatic is really going to help us out as we move forward. And because we're headed, we want more balance. We want more emotional balance. But this is really asking you to utilize your compassion in doing this. We don't want to be diplomatically dry. We want to be diplomatically compassionate. This is also asking us to utilize our spirituality at this time. Whatever it is you're doing on these moon cycles is going to be quite important moving forward. All right, and here we have the, excuse me, there must be something that needs to be communicated, and with this shuffle here, you're definitely going to have to communicate, especially if part of this burden may be a friend group or a work situation or a relationship. You're definitely going to need to communicate authentically here. But we have the Emperor here. So as we come into this Four of Wands energy, we're really, and with the Magician, we're really feeling this powerful energy. And I feel like there's almost like when this actually comes in, there is this like, oh my gosh moment of like, I can't believe that I went from this energy to this energy. And this really is like a level up in a lot of ways. But this has us as the authority in our own life. We're really calling the shots. We're the leader here. Whereas in the past, I feel like that has not been the case for everyone. And really, this Emperor is sitting in their powers. The red represents power and is surrounded by orange. Now, in the Rider-Waite Smith deck, orange, for a lot of the cards, represents devil energy here. So this Emperor is surrounded with devil energy. but is still sitting in their power and is ready, as this person has their armor on under their cloak. So this person is ready for whatever is next, but just sitting in their power. So we do find ourselves in a level up, in a more powerful position within our own life as we approach the full moon on January 6th. But I think we're going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And this does kind of have a heavy vibe initially, but provided we pay attention to the messages and follow through, it really lands us in a really wonderful spot here. So I hope this reading finds you well, and everyone, I'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.